And so, and I was talking to a really good friend of mine that we've kind of haven't talked in a while, but this was a guy that in 1990 told me, Kevin, I promise you, in the future, you will buy a home on the internet. And I was just like, and you're not going to see it. He goes, no, you'll see photographs, you'll do a walkthrough, but you will make those kind of purchases through the internet. And he was a commodity trader. He and I spoke today for, I don't know, for 2 hours, and we were talking about just this. And so what happens is if you're 3M or just whatever company, you're um, BlackRock, and you're the one that has this workforce. So you're making 40% above what you were making. So you take the 20% uh, in profits, and you take the other 20%, and you pay that to a national like fund, which basically it's like the Seminole Indians. They run this casino, and then everybody, in the tribe gets a check, and that's what's going to happen. Like people won't work, but people will be better off because they'll be in this system. And we were going back and forth, and he's a huge crypto guy. And he's the first guy that I've spoken to that it took over an hour for him to like give me bullet points to where I'm like, okay, like I get it. I get it. Like I get where crypto's going. I understand a lot more about crypto because, at the beginning, there was all this bullshit where, oh, to mine one coin, it takes the amount of energy that runs Albany, New York, because but now you've got, I think BlackRock just spent like $80 billion on crypto, on Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure. I mean, and it's one of those things where he bought into Bitcoin at $72. It's $111,000
Mm-hmm.
today, and he said, Bitcoin's been around for 17 years. He goes, he says, they print, like the federal government prints like 2 containers of money every day.
Mm-hmm. Looking at the
There we
top
go.
Bitcoin
BlackRock number
holders
2.
in the world, and Bitcoin, BlackRock number two, six hundred
Yeah.
thirty-six thousand 108.
Times that by 111,000.
Right.
That's some cashola.
Oh, I've been sitting here doing that multiplication since you told me your friend got in at 72. I was doing
Yeah.
how many shares I would have bought, or how many Bitcoin I would have bought
But they're
at
saying right now. So
$72.
we were talking today, and I said, okay. I said, I put a half a million into Bitcoin. He goes, if you put a half a million into Bitcoin, he says in 4 years, he said you'll probably have between 10 and $12 million. And I'm just like, so
But there's no way you in this market, the uncertainty of this market. Now you're going to add crypto
but
to
that's
the
the
stew
but no, that's the whole thing. We
because it's the alternative.
because we can't continue to go on currency. Moody's just, I mean, you know what I mean? It's just how much longer can we go
The
on
dollar
paper
was
money? Because
devalued
every fucking
down.
government is just printing money.
Hmm.
Nothing's run by any kind of a gold or silver standard. I don't even think Scotland still does that. So, you look at it. I mean, I'm 66 years old, so I mean, would it be nice to have, you know, when I turn 70, would it not be nice to have another 10, 12 million dollars? Yeah, but is it going to change my life? Probably not. What am I going to do? Go buy another pair of fucking uh, basketball shorts? Like, I don't buy anything. Just like,
You know how much Toomey luggage that would buy, bro?
I saw somebody say something about uh, the Toomey luggage that costs like $1,000 or $1,100,
Hmm.
and that is the typical response of a human being that doesn't travel. Because if you travel as much as I do, I've got Toomey bags. Number one, when a Toomey bag breaks, when a wheel breaks, it's that all
It's
that shit's
guaranteed.
fixed for
Yeah.
life. Yeah. So it's the only thing that happens is it becomes outdated, and people know you've got an old Toomey bag, which I don't have a problem with.
Hmm.
I've got fucking bags that are fucking 12, 13 years old. But the thing is, you spend $1,000 on a Toomey bag. 10 years later, it's the same fucking Toomey bag. It's just scuffed to fuck. And you, in the meantime, have bought 27 $150 suitcases that they fucking just have destroyed with that fucking Samsonite gorilla. I mean, and it's just like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you just haven't traveled. And you fucking, yeah, it might seem like it's a fucking stupid investment until you're fucking in Denver, Colorado, and your bag comes off and it's missing a wheel, and you can still pick it up and carry it. When you bring it home, you bring it over to the fucking place, and in fucking 4 days, you got a new fucking bag.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, instead of fucking LOLing me, fucking learn a lesson, man. I'm 66 years old, soon to be. I
Well,
mean, I'm giving you fucking wisdom,
it's part of what you do here. Is you're
right? I'm
educating.
giving you fucking wisdom, and you fucking and you scoff at it. Well, obviously, you don't fucking travel, because I see the shit bags that fucking come around with duct tape and underwear hanging out of them, and you're that guy. So if you want to be that guy, be that guy.
There are some things that it's fine to spend some money in exchange for value, and I think
Exactly,
if you're traveling half the year,
like
yeah,
a
I think
like a fucking $400 Gucci beanie. You gotta have
absolutely,
one of those.
absolutely,
I mean,
and
fuck. I mean,
quality is important.
nothing
Nice.
says glory hole quite like a Gucci beanie.